Hate how if I click off it makes it black. Anyways, hello guys, welcome to another episode of Raging Loop. Last time we looped, we stopped our death, and we survived the night, but it looks like we've been excluded. We're like in a cage somewhere. They're gonna perform something called the feast. We don't quite know what that is, but since this, I don't know, it feels like a game of Mafia or Werewolf. I just say Mafia because that's the one I've played. Maybe some people might die here? Might get lynched here? So we got the full village. This is the first time we've ever seen this character though, so she might be on the chopping block low-key, because I don't know who she is. But yeah, let's just see what this feast is. Who knows, maybe I'm just completely wrong. If there's a character you don't want to see die, who would it be? Kinda like her. Mainly because she's kinda hot. I also like the delinquent dude. He's my favorite so far. I don't know, I just like them. Biggest Sundari here. Alright, let's just see what happens though. It's interesting, like if we loop, how would we get these memories though? Because we're not even there, man. AKA Rikoku, who lied to us at the beginning, since she's not a big part of the story, she's literally a character. Okay, little kid that just goes ba. I still think she might be the sheep, low-key. Wait, she can talk! Yeah, let him get a drink, man. Dude, look how ripped he is, dude. It's the countryside body, I guess. Well, if you're gonna do a ritual, I expect it to be very tradition-based. That's Chikamachi! What the heck? That's Mochi? Mochi's a girl? I thought Mochi was a guy this whole time. Alright. Yeah, I guess I should have known that by not seeing Mochi here. It's my bad. Oh, now I hope Mochi doesn't die, so everyone's on the chopping block now. I like that guy too. This guy. I hope he doesn't die. He seems very killable though. I just don't know this guy's name. Isn't that sus? Ah. Yeah, we saw that. 2 wolves. So maybe there doesn't have to be a sacrifice then? I don't know if they mean the 2 wolves are part of the group or not. He used to slay the wolves. I mean, kill them, little girl. She actually said it. Don't kill her, man. She's adorable. But she's sus. She's pretty sus, actually.
山脇さん。
ええのですよ。小さい子のすること。狼
Oh my
様
god.
かもしれんのはその子だけじゃござい
Yeah,
ま
so I
せん。
think we do have to lynch people here. Also, Among Us reference. Actually, I think this came out before Among Us.
おいおっさん、くだらねえならとっとと出ていけや。そんで汚れで死んじまえ。
義継、お前は。
失礼だがオリベさん、自分の子にどんな教育をなさっているのかね。
It's an easy blow.
俺は勝手にグレてんだ。ババア巻き込んでんじゃねえ
It's
よ。
not a phase, Mom.
義継、黙れ。
Oh, you don't. I feel like this guy could kill someone in one punch.
ああ、匠にまで何威張ってんだ。
Dude, this guy's jacked too, man. I don't know.
殴るっつったら殴る。
Nah, I mean, he'd still get wrecked.
お前らちょっと黙れ。
貴様にそんな根性はない。
I wouldn't egg him on.
言われてんぜ。
大人は無駄に根性試しをしねえ。それはともかく、タイばあちゃん。俺やっぱり納得できねえよ。その話、俺らはずっと聞かされてきたが。
This is the first time it happened, though? Interesting. Man, this is a rough time for the village. 2 outsiders and then the wolves come. Which makes it, or 4 outsiders, I guess. But 2 are dead.
俺らはずっとここで育ってきた。メイコ以外はみんな顔見知りだ。
Hmm.
狼さんが入れ替わってるって。
Okay, so they have been replaced.
みんな普段通りだ。
Interesting. I mean, honestly, honestly, I just don't have enough information to call out who's done it. And I feel like there's gonna be some mislynching here, and maybe in another loop when we have information we can kill the proper people.
匠、甘えこと言ってんじゃね
It is like some changeling shit then. I think I mentioned that before.
なんだよ、おやっさん。怪しいやつがいるっつうのか。
Now, has anyone been different from the point where we met them? I don't know.
え。ドイツも怪しい。
Everyone's suspicious.
おじいちゃん。
春も気をつけ。けだものでも人を騙す。人ならなおさらよ。こん中にわしらを騙して平然としとるもんはおる。
なんでそう断言できるんです？
Well, there's 2 marks.
昔のもんの言葉には真実
Though
が。
this never happened to them before, so how could you know?
いいですけど。
Though we know there is some sort of werewolf beast because we saw it ourselves.
安水のパープーの言ってきたことだろう。
I love Mochi's drip. I love the giant bow. I'm a big bow enjoyer. And character designs.
あんたはまたそんな。
Whoa!
もっち、やめとけって。
Okay, I thought she said irrelevant, not irreverent. So that's a lot less. Okay, not much of a woe, because that's just true.
どうって話し合いで決めんだろ。
話し合いで決まるのかな。しかも、この中の誰かを殺
It's
す
a
という
big
ことでしょ
decision.
全員が自分の考えを言う。それで納得のいく意見を。
But not even gonna eat?
知恵ね、
Not much of a feast.
少なくとも全員怪しくないと思う人と全員怪しいと思う人がいる時点で破綻してると思うけど。
It'd be crazy if it was Chiemi. Because she's our most trustworthy for sure, right?
決まるはずのない会議を延々やっても苦痛なだけ。それに耐えかねてみんな偉い人の鶴の一声を望み始めるし。
Hmm.
G は何が言いて。
That the elders can rid it? Basically.
ちえみ、あんま心配すんな。俺らは安水の釜の飯食って暮らしてきたもん同士だぞ。なんとかなる。なんとか。
匠兄ちゃんの仲間思いなとこすごく嬉しいけど、その仲間から一人選んで殺すんだよ。もっと嫌なこともある。
I mean, this is a crazy situation.
じゃない人から選
I wouldn't be Tom either, man.
自分がそんなに好きじゃない人とか、ここに来て日が浅い人とか、
I feel like the most likely, are literally the little girl and the crazy old man. They're like the most obvious trimmable people. Because no one cares about the old man, right? Plus he's been here the longest, so it's kind of sus. And the little girl's mysterious.
少なくともそういう理由では絶対に選ばないようにしないと大変な間違いをしちゃうんじゃないかな。
I mean, you definitely should just be, you shouldn't be swayed by your emotions. You should be factual, but obviously it's hard. Like, no one can be just completely factual. Except for her, man. She seems very, she doesn't seem like an emotional person.
だから俺はそもそも殺すとか頭おかしいからやめようぜって方向にまとめてんだよ。
匠、それはいかん。
ばあちゃんだってこう言い出す。だからじっくり話してだろ。
I wonder if they could delay it, like Mafia, and just wait a night, but more people might die.
ちょっと
はーい、はるちゃんが喋ります。
知恵姉が連れてきた男が記者の人たち殺したとかそういうのないのかな。
Well, it's actually zeroed because we know we didn't do it, unless it's like some weird thing where if you turn into a werewolf, you lose your memory. But it seems like they actively know who's a werewolf and are just pretending to be. Though it would be crazy if they didn't know they were a werewolf and then they just transform, but that would be a lot harder to suss people out because they literally don't know it's them. But we know it's not us. Assuming it's the fact that a beast is just pretending to be someone, which makes the logic game a lot easier. I mean, it's still hard, but it'd be like impossible to decipher the other one. You'd actually have to like look at evidence and shit like this. The other way, you can just logic it out.
出るそばから
僕はないと思うよ。勘だけど。
Base Mochi,
みんな
you're on the good
どう
list.
ですか？
She already made it to the good list because she's wearing the bow. Who's on our good list? Characters I like is him, her, because she's hot, him, because he's funny. Actual, like, I don't have anyone who's actually cleared. I can't, right? Just not enough information this early on.
匠にあいつが怪しいっつってたろ。
That's just because he's an outsider and we appeared at the Evos River thing.
怪しいと思ったさ。しかし
Yeah.
君の言う通り、そんな理由じゃ
Pure
決めない方がいい
facts
だろう
only.
それに、あいつは変なやつだが、ああいうこ
Thank
とを
you.
やりそうなやつじゃないような気がする。
Thanks for the trust.
それは私も賛成だけどね。
So you have 3 people who trust us. It doesn't clear them, but
私たち
makes me like them a bit better.
それだって好みで選んでることに他ならんだろう。
True.
じゃあ清之助さんはどうやって決めるべきだと思います？
Can we do, I mean, if we do alibis, then if people were together during the night, you can kind of clear them, unless they were both wolves, which would really suck. Like a 3-person being at the same place actually clears them, I think, for sure. 2-person, not necessarily.
結局、こういった場で決める手段といえば多数決しかないものだよ。織部安永君。
I mean, I agree with that too. I feel like you gotta do the voting system for sure.
民主主義万歳ってわけです。らしくもないですね。
I mean, that just made sense, but
私はそれ以外にこれだけの人間の意見をまとめる手段など
No, I
存
agree.
在しないと言っ第一、話し合いで納得というのも結局は大多数が合意する結論を取るということだろう。
well, you should definitely just
決に他なら
talk, then vote, right?
そうでなければ、それこそ君の言った鶴の一声。
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No Sado cooking.
の
I just like him. I like him because he's annoying, grumpy, and thinks he's better than everyone else. He's just like the type of character I kind of like in stories. I always liked annoying people, even like annoying antagonists, even though he's not. I wouldn't classify him as one. They're just like entertaining to me.
安水の有力者とはマキシマ肝臓しかね。それとも山脇多江さんかね。
So he's watching his back, but that's true. People would generally, I think people will still generally try to probably follow the elders. At least some of them would.
当のお偉方本人が狼かもしれないという状況でだ。バカらし
Fair.
いと思わないかね。
Extremely fair concern.
野里さん。
言っておくが、私は死ぬのはごめんだ。それならば、せめて無力より一票の力を保てる方法を望みたいね。
All extremely fair right now.
俺は反対だ。多数決だ。そりゃ結論は出るだろうよ。正しいかどうかは別にしてな。
What's the other option though? Maybe they have to be unanimous? I know majority is unanimous, but unanimous would, I mean, that kind of be like court rules, right? Like if you're sending someone to the death sentence, everyone needs to agree, otherwise they stall. That might be fair too, in a way.
俺はやっぱりちゃんと話し合って決めるしかねえと思う。
Just combine the two. Talk it out, then vote.
ちなみに話し合いをするとなると何を話し合うんです？
Alibis.
タイバーちゃん、宴には山のお守りが力を貸すって話だよね。
そうよ。蛇様、猿様、カラス様、それにクモ様
I don't know what that means.
力をお貸しくださる。
Bing bong. Sorry, looking at the text. Hi, I'm Sarah Jane from Pinnacle Staffing Agency. Who the fuck is Sarah Jane? Okay.
詳しいことわかる？
蛇はあの
He knows, man.
うわじじい知ってんのかよ。蛇はあの
The snake can ask the mountain who's a wolf. I have a feeling this guy's innocent, just because he's like the obvious choice. He has the tech. But that could also just be a good cover for the beast now.
猿だけ2匹おる。お互いが猿じゃと。
Laud me?
知っておる。
The snake can ask the mountain who's a wolf. There are two monkeys. They both know the other monkey is. It's kind of funny if this was like Mafia, where there's like special roles. But they wouldn't know who the roles are. Because it's not a game.
カラスはくくられたもんが狼じゃったかどうか。
But if we're doing this in game terms, so the crow would know if the one they killed is actually the guilty. The two monkeys know who the other monkey is, which means there's two people who know they are innocent for sure. And this is like the investigator who knows who's a wolf for free. Oh, the spider. The doctor! The doctor! It's actually Mafia roles. Yeah, this is the doctor. Oh my god, it's literally Mafia. But how do you know the roles though, if this is like in a real situation?
その通りじゃと私も聞いておりますよ。おじいさん。
狼来たの。
Man, I want to be in the feast. The we'd probably did just get voted out though.
あんた、これを知っとったのですか。あんた、ボケとるかと思うたが、信心があったのね。
He's been hiding his power level for this day.
おじいちゃんのことは置いといて。じゃあ、この中の誰かがそれぞれの
Yeah,
力を
but how do
持ってる
you know who's who?
それってどういうことというか神様と
I want Ritako to speak. She looks so religious. I feel like she knows the tech.
ただ昔話になぞらえて誰かが人殺しをしてるだけじゃ
Well, if it is, then it has to be us, which it's not us. I mean, well, they don't need to be a serial killer. I mean, the way she's taught. I mean, that's the Higurashi tech. that someone's just using this as a cover, but I feel like in this game it's actually a werewolf because we saw a literal werewolf, right? This is fun. I'm having fun.
ちゃんとおる。
Is she as nice as Oyashiro-sama? If Hanyu was here, what would she do? Offer her a cream puff and she would clear someone for sure.
そんなの信じてるだけでしょ。
Offer her a jumbo cream puff, she would give you one wolf.
そんなことはない。みんな生まれてからこれまでに
Shinai-sama.
の姿を見とるはずじゃ。
そんなのただの。
はるちゃん、落ち着いて。大丈夫？
うん。ごめん。
真偽はともかく、今は分かってることを情報として整理するところだよ。
This is
いろいろ
what
と
I
決める
need.
のはまだ早い。
Alibis.
さっきのお守りのカゴの話、もっと分かりや
I
すく
mean, I did it. I literally did it. As a seasoned Mafia player.
若い子はもっと
I'm actually pretty good at Mafia, because I'm pretty good at like lying and logicking stuff. At least in the group I play Mafia with.
蛇は見破る。猿は手を取る。カラスは味を見る。雲は守る。
That makes it harder. What's the crow done? The crow, oh yeah, the crow knows if the hanged person is a werewolf. That's actually, that's a different rule. And I don't think there's a role for that in Mafia. The other one's kinda. Actually, I guess the monkey is in a role, but the spider and the snake is. So this might be real roles in the werewolf game version of Mafia. Of the Midoruma family. Wait, which one's Midoruma? Yeah, it's free clears. Fuck, I forgot their last names. Higuchi. Oh. But then wouldn't that clear him? Aren't those like auto clears?
貧乏くさいよね。
黙れ。そして雲は誰かの家に狼が入ることを
Umatsu.
防ぐ。雲は
That's Ritato, right?
そうですね。
Hmm.
それぞれの家の門にもそれぞれのお守りが
But I guess the wolf can kill them before the game starts and then just pretend to be one of them.
でも実際はそれぞれの加護を受けた人はどうやってその力を借りるんだろう。
蛇は夜他の生きとるもんの名前を何かに書いて枕の下
Okay,
に
that's the sheriff. The sheriff has the most. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's hard to play this, right? With your real lives at stake. Obviously, the ideal situation would be the spider protecting the sheriff, but then they can just fake being the sheriff.
翌朝それが人か狼様か神内様に教えてもらえるそうよ。
I want to guess that the sheriff's, like, I forgot who's who by the last names. I'm sure they'll just tell us is her somehow, and then we can influence who she votes. Or I guess we can probably influence everyone, the doctor and the sheriff, if they want to give us an actual hand in this.
猿は2人おって加護を受けた時にもう一人の猿が誰かを神内様に教わるそう。
What's that mean? Does the spider need to protect them? Or what?
カラスは前の日にくくられたもんが人かどうか知れるそうだわね。
It's so strong if one of the werewolves like already killed the guardian, because they can just pretend. Especially like Nosato. Like if he's a werewolf, he can just pretend the werewolves are killed.
雲
And
は
whittle everyone
他の
down.
生きとるもんの名前を何かに書いて
Yeah.
枕に敷けば、そのもんは一晩狼
And I wonder how this
様に守られ
works. Can the spider like spam people in a row? Or do they have to switch out every night? Or can they only choose one person for the entire game? Or can they choose one person per night for the entire game? So like you can only protect one person once. Wish we had the details, man.
そうしてお守り様方の力を借りて
Oh, you must. You can't abstain.
一人を選ばねばならんということ。
That means like the first hand is like just a pure guess.
狼様をみんなくくれば勝ち。狼やすくん、わかったかいね。
わかりましたけど
そもそもばあちゃんどっからそんなの聞い
It
た
was passed in the ancient scrolls.
私のおばあちゃんに聞いたのよ。
とにかくそれじゃあ長者それぞれの血筋の人がそれぞれの加護を受けてるってことよね。
それはどうかな。身車家の演者は絶縁者含めてここにはいないし。
Yeah, who the fuck is Midoruma?
宴でお守りが誰に力を授けるかは気まぐれだと。
So should everyone just do every step and see if it works? But then it's like,
じゃあ誰なの？
下手に明かせば狼様に狙われるかもしれない
yeah, true.
んなこと言ってたら
I feel like the monkey could reveal like early, and then it's just a 50-50 on protection. But if I was the wolf, I wouldn't even target the monkeys at that point. But then the wolves could lie about the monkeys thing and try to do that strat, but it's kind of dumb unless they both do it. But then the monkeys would know. I feel like the monkeys should just come out.
そうかしら。
What if we were one of the guardians and we just didn't know? So somehow.
めんどくせえダラダラしてても話が進まねえだけだみんな聞いてくれ
What?
の守護を受けたのは俺だ
The sheriff revealed himself already, man? That is ballsy. So he's gonna be killed in 2 nights for sure. The spider better guard him.
匠にそれは本当なの
That is a play.
というか
If he's a werewolf saying that. There's 3 options. He's either really the snake, or there's 4 options. He's innocent, but he's pretending to be the snake, and the snake knows, like he knows who the snake is, and then he like takes the target off the snake while the snake feeds him information. But that's like some high level play. I don't know if they do that in this. Option 3, he's the werewolf pretending to be the snake, and the other snake can call him out, but that's risky, or the other snake just doesn't know. Option 4, he is a werewolf and Takumi really was the snake, and then now there's just no snake because the werewolf killed him, which would be the worst option for sure. But so everyone knows their role already. I don't know if he should have revealed. That's ballsy. At least he's not gonna die 1 turn because the spider will protect. And if you're the werewolf, I think you got 2 kills per night. Like, I think one of the werewolves has to attack them. I know there's some, like, outplaying where, like, obviously, like, oh, if you know the spider's gonna protect them, you won't attack them. But you have to, like, one of them still has to attack, right? Just in case the spider does some, like, 4D chess and protect someone else, knowing the werewolves wouldn't attack them. But this is all, like, game knowledge, man. It's hard to apply in a real-life setting. So I don't know. It's fun, though, thinking about it.
そうだ俺にも印があった夢は
What if someone just wrote the mark on him? And Fate Snake? Option 5. That'd be crazy.
じゃあ匠兄ちゃんに
No.
この場の誰が狼かもう分かってるって
Did you not listen to the explanation on how the snake works, girl? Can we trim her?
明日の朝になるまで
Yeah.
わからないってこと
He lives. Well, Spider now has to protect him.
そうじゃ。
一つ聞いていいかね、ムロ。
なんだよ。
君はどうしてそんな極めて重大な情報を何のリターンもない
It's interesting.
開示したのだ。
If he didn't reveal it, he would have a chance of randomly getting targeted still. It's like nice and not nice. It's a gambit because it puts like a time limit on things. I'm sure there will be an option in the future when we loop and we tell Muro not to reveal at the beginning. Maybe.
どうしてって、他に決める材料がねえから。
Well, you don't have a not. I mean, it just clears him now.
聞いた限りだと、蛇の能力はとても大事です。狼にとっては非常に手強い相手だと言える。
I get the strategy, but they have to play it really well. He's probably only gonna live for like tomorrow, where he gets one guaranteed clear, and then he's probably just gonna die because the spider can't protect him. I assume the spider can't protect the same person twice in a row. Otherwise, then just spam him.
だからそれを簡単に明かしてしまうと、匠兄が危ないってことに。
そんなもん怖くねえよ。
Honestly, I wonder if this guy can just fight a werewolf because he's so buff.
なぜ怖くないと言えるんだね、君は。相手はあんな風に人を殺す化け物だぞ。
なんだ、化け物とか信じてるじゃん。
今のは言葉のあやだ。とにかく今、我々は一つの武器を失ったということになる。
He's got one guaranteed clear. If he's telling the truth.
勝手に決めてんじゃねえ。お前に何がわかるってんだ。おい。
わかるとも。皆様、聞いていただきたいのですがね。この場で何か言えば、それは狼に情報提供していることでもあるんだ。
I mean, he's right. He is right. Which is kind of based, so he's playing the game.
明かさなくていいことは明かさずに話を進めるべきだ。そうではないかね。え？
そうですね。それで一つ思いついたことがあるんですけど。
And I wonder if the wolves get 2 kills per night, or like 1 kill per wolf, or if they have to just kill one person. And I feel like it's 2 kills, just 2 people died, right?
匠兄が正体を明かしたことを極力有効に利用するには、
obviously.
雲に守ってもらうのがいいと思う。
But I'm glad he pointed it out. Some people might not know game theory.
この中にいる雲は正体を明かさずに夜、頼りをしたためるとかして匠兄を守るのがいい。
for sure.
これで匠兄は助かる。どうかな。
いいんじゃね
えか。Yep.
やす。
But now the werewolves, if they're actually gamers, they would just target 2 different people. So then you have to do the gambit. The gambit. Does the werewolf target Tatami anyways if they predict the spider won't protect them and protect someone else? Or does the spider even protect Tatami and protect someone else, thinking the werewolves know that he's protected? It's so risky though. But if it hits, it's kind of crazy. If they don't target Tatami, they choose 2 other people and the spider protects someone else and actually hits it. That would actually be cracked. But anyways, we got a free clear tomorrow, which is great. Unless the spider just doesn't protect him, which would be so stupid. I mean, well, it depends on the spider's motivations. We'll see. We'll see. Why would he lie? Unless it's like someone he cares about, but that's the werewolf. So you can abstain, can you? It's honestly like, okay, for like mafia theory, it is generally the right play to just not hang anyone at the start of the game. It just made sense. Because you're just taking a shot in the dark. Obviously, if you hit a werewolf, it's fucking crazy. It's actually crazy because you just win. Or you get a massive advantage, but it's just way too RNG. Even if you take Tatami out, you're just on an RNG roll with the other people.
何かまずいと思うのか、義経。
別に。ただ待つってのが性に合わねえだけだ。
それはわかるけど。あ、でも。
I don't think he needs to. I don't think he needs to. Because then the werewolf would know, but it doesn't matter. I feel like it's just pointless drama. If I was him, who would I invest? I feel like you gotta. I know this seems BM, but you gotta check her out. Because she's a kid, so she seems super innocent. She can't really, like, argue any of her ideas. But you gotta check her out, man. For that reason. Because you can't really, like, logic battle her or anything. Like, the people... Like, I know I said these two are, like, the obvious choices. But getting a clear on them is, like, super important. Because they don't offer anything in discussion. So they can't, like, really defend themselves if they are argued against. And it's, like, hard to make an argument against them because they can't argue back. So it's, like, kind of important to just rule them out.
匠兄が誰かを調べて、その結果が匠兄に不都合だったとき、別の人を占ったって嘘をつくのを防げる。
That's stupid, because then you can just lie about it. Right? You can just say, oh man, wait, this person's a werewolf? I like them though, so I'm just gonna lie. So I don't really get this logic from Yasunada.
嘘なんてつかねえよ。
合理的だな。安水の者には情の厚い室には必須の条件と言える。
別に匠兄ちゃんに限らないでしょ。身内は誰だってかばいたいもん。でも今、あと利点がもう一つ。誰を優先的に調べたらいいかって点は少なくともみんなで話し合えるでしょ。
Fine. I guess it's fine if you have some unity, but the werewolves would probably steer the conversation to investigate someone they know or someone innocent, right? Because even if you get it clear, like obviously hitting a werewolf would be better than just getting a normal clear. So I think like for this conversation coming up, we should look at if anyone's putting like specific pressure on someone to be investigated. Because then that person, like, it depends how they approach it. But we can definitely like logic out some stuff from this conversation coming up.
そうだな。そのくらいの話し合いはしておきてえところだ。ちなみに安永は誰がいいと思う？
僕はちょっとわからないけど、それこそ不当に選ばれそうな人は先に調べておいた方が安心かな。
The kid?
では私を調べてもらえないか。
Or Yasuna, or Nosato.
そうでもないと発言権すら得られなさそうなのでね。
なくったって知ってるんじゃん。
I would, again, I think the kid's the best option.
じゃあ器用を調べる。それでいいか。
Which makes me suspicious of Yasunada. I feel like it puts some sus points on him because the only reason you would do this, and maybe not the only reason, is to like make him investigate someone you know is innocent and give the werewolves more time. And because he's gonna die the next night if he doesn't get spammed spider protection, which I don't know if it is a thing or not. I feel like, yeah, Yasunada's on my sus list right now. I don't like it. I'd interject. I don't like it, man. I feel like this is wrong. It's fine to not hang anyone, but I think that's a bad investigation. I mean, I already explained myself for old man and little kid, but those are the best for sure because they don't bring anything to the table. So like, they don't bring anything, but it's hard to accuse them because they can't fight back, and you obviously don't want to hang the little kid. So it's like, I feel like it's really important to clear her. Oh, this is a waste. Yasunada, he's on the sus list. I'm making a text document after this, by the way. On who I think is sus or not. I haven't been doing that. I probably should have. But he's on the top of my sus list right now. Okay, I think we're back to our boy here. It's woken up by several voices.
起きた。
今日のは終わったぞ。待たせたな。
それはよかった。
Wish we were part of the meeting. He'd be really, since he's such a suspicious, like, suspecting person, I should say. I feel like he would do really good at these meetings and bring some insight. Unfortunately, waking up proved that this whole mess wasn't just a nightmare.
その、宴とかっていうのは単なる儀式なんです。不吉を退けるような類の。
いや、寄り合いみたいなもんだ。
なるほど。犯
Yeah.
人探しをする。ね。
Ah, I'm so sad about the choice. Nosato's gonna be innocent for sure. Like, he might even be the crow, if the guardian thing's right. Obviously, he's gonna be happy to be cleared, but I think it's just a waste. It's not a waste. None of the searches are a waste, because it's always good to have a guaranteed clear. But the thing is, if the werewolves are smart, because they get 2 kills, right? And you're announcing who dies, and I just thought of this now, the werewolf can just kill Nosato. Because they know they're gonna protect Takumi. So then it actually is a waste. Which makes Yasunada. Yasunada's definitely sus right now. It has to be. I'm not saying it's him, but he's the only one sus. Because this whole line of thinking, this whole play really... Like, if Nosato dies, then I actually think it's Yasunada. That's actually smart, though. Because he, like, made it seem reasonable, but the fact that they get 2 kills... Because in Mafia, you only get 1 kill. And if you get 1 kill, then it's not bad at all. But I really just didn't think that revealing who you're gonna investigate probably means they're just gonna get killed. So it's like such a stupid... It's actually a dumb line. So I think it has to be Yasunada, unless he's just dumb.
どうやら純然たる被害者らしいということに気づいたので、
Alright, at least
そ
we're
れなら
cooking.
自衛のため
We're
に知
cooking
識
right
を
now.
仕入れようかと。
匠兄ちゃん、私の方から説明しておいていい？
Inform him. We can be an asset if they think we're not part of the game, basically.
ああ、そうだな。頼む。俺は片付けやらなんやらしねえと。
I feel like the monkeys should have revealed each other. Though actually, do the monkeys know already? Because there's no downside of the monkeys revealing each other. Because the only thing the werewolves can do is both pretend they're also monkeys and like contest it, but then that just makes them super sus, right? And then you just have to like, then it's isolated to those 4 groups of people who think they're the monkeys. There's also the play where people can just like write the sigil on someone and they just think they're the snake or one of the roles, and then they get like, they think they have the powers, and then they're just like accidentally baiting people. But that play is crazy. If that happens, then there's nothing you can really do about it.
片付けってもしかして遺体を片付けるの？
This is fun. I really like this like direct logic game. It's kind of like it's like Umineko in the way, not where like Umineko like you directly like you're direct. I mean, you kind of are, but it's different but the same in ways. It's really
そう
fun.
だね。タエバーちゃんあたりが読み人は皿長に流せとか言いそう。
You're supposed to preserve the scene of a crime, right? This is doing the exact opposite. Listen, police aren't gonna come anyways. They already confirmed that, so who cares? Then again, it didn't seem like anyone expected the cops to show up in the first place.
じゃあ早速聞きたいことがあるけど。
場所を移そうか。邪魔が入らない場所
Oh,
に。
I'm so mad about that play. Nosato's just gonna die, man, for sure. The
こ
worst
こは
the worst outcome that could happen is if the spider doesn't protect Tatami and Nosato and Tatami both die at the same time. That would be pure. That would actually almost be GG. Shimi took me to the place where I met Rikako, Umatsu, and Meiko. There's a unless, dude, if Tatami's smart and he doesn't investigate Nosato, that would be the god play, actually. I don't think he doesn't seem like the scheming type though. He seems too honest. There's a grass field with stones littered all over. It bordered Saranaga. I didn't even mean to chart there. Whoops.
私たちの信仰の中心はある意味ここ首吊り松の墓所。
Okay, I guess this is where we hang people.
随分と物騒な名前だ。
The place was filled with dense mist, but it was probably thinner than that in the rest of the settlement. The sunlight seemed brighter here. I could even see a bit farther. The hanging pine had to be the old-looking tree at the edge.
ここは墓地なの？
そう。集落の方の岩はなんだかわからないけど、ここのやつは明確にお墓。春明さん、最初にここ通った時に墓石にけつまずいてたでしょ。 ダメだよ。ごめんなさい。
You'll be cursed otherwise.
は、そうだったのか。その時に言ってほしい。安水のご先祖様たち、すみませんでした。
ごめん、怖がっちゃうと思ってさ。緊急避難とはいえ、こんな半分廃墟みたいで化け物もいる村に来てもらうんだから。
Fun. We didn't really, like, we didn't do anything anyways.
君は化け物を信じているのか？
I asked, ignoring what I'd seen for myself.
信じてる。
Chimmy's voice resounded through the impossibly thick, cloudy air.
君は信じないタイプだと思ってた。
春明さんは信じる人を気持ち悪いって思っちゃうタイプかな？
それは言い過ぎかも。
Because we know it's real, so how can we be weirded out?
嘘だ。顔に書いてある。
Or yes, we are. Rip. Was it that obvious? It wasn't like I found it disgusting or anything. I just didn't think I could get along with people who believe stuff like that, despite a lack of actual proof. Yeah, I get that sentiment. I don't really believe in monsters. The only monsters I think that could be real are aliens, or like fucking some deep sea, like stuff at the bottom of Mariana's Trench, or like some in the deep sea where we haven't fully discovered. But I don't hate people who believe in monsters. I think it's a very interesting topic to talk about, so that's probably how it was.
じゃあ理由を聞きたいな。
理由？そんなのないよ。
そうは思えないんだが。
Well, it's definitely a product of the environment they're in.
言ったらそうだな。神様を見たことがあるから。
They did say everyone's seen the god of this place. That was,
ほら、気持ち悪い。
詳しく聞かせてほしい。
おっと、引かないね。でもそれはともかく、もっと直近の危機について話そうよ。
she was hiding something. It was either that hard to explain, or a lot more important than she was acting.
宴とやらについてか。まあ今はそれでいいや。
知恵みエクスプレイン。
Yay!
説明って意味ね。
Hey, we're on the same wavelength. You love to see it. The graveyard probably wasn't the place to joke around like this, but at least you could see past your nose, and it didn't seem like we had to worry about anyone eavesdropping. I tried putting together everything Shimi had told me. First, Fujiyoshi Village had a unique legend. There might have been similar ones somewhere outside, but I just treated it as a Fujioji exclusive for the time being, which made sense. The people here worship a god called Great Lord Shinai, the avatar of Shinai, or just Shinai-san. Also, the mountain this village was on was called Mount Shinai, meaning this religion defied a mountain. Or deified a mountain. Not defied. Anyways, sometime in the past, not known when, Shinai-san had helped the people living here by sending 5 beasts called guardians. However, just like nature could be really harsh, he had a scary side too, and if you didn't follow his laws of the mountain, he'd curse you without mercy. The Ukami-sama was the ultimate form of his cruelty, though the Ukami-sama watched over the hunt. The Ukami-sama also oppressed, tortured, and punished humans. The other guardians, though, were largely benevolent ones. The snake predicted the weather and the harvest yields, bolstering the humans' prosperity. The monkey deified the wolves, or no, now it's defied, not deified. The monkeys defied the wolves, secretly teaching the people of fire along with other important bits of knowledge. The crow pet then ate at the flesh of the Yomibito, the enemies of Shinai-san. The spider warded off the Yomibito and ensured the humans slept and dreamt soundly. The Yomibito did indeed mean people from Yomi, as in the land of the dead, but apparently it wasn't very clear what they actually were. But just as I suspected before, it was thought that they had something to do with the corruption, death, and the land of Yomi. The most likely idea was that they were the dead that returned from the Yomi to bring them harm to the people still alive. At the start of the legend, the Shinai-san, the animals, and the humans were facing the Yomibito. Apparently that was still how it was in Kemi Fujiyoshi, the leading part of Fujiyoshi. It was the basis of the teachings of the great Lord Shinai's religion. Thanks to that, the 5 beasts, including the Otami-sama and the Shinai-san, were still worshipped there. In Yasumizu, however, things were a bit different. The legend here had a turning point where the human, snake, monkeys, crow, and spider cooperated to kill Utami-sama. So the other one was like generally for this area, and this one's like the Yasumizu, like specific stuff, right? With the destruction of their cruel rule, the human village experienced great growth. That had been when the 4 head families who were said to have the blood of the 4 guardians in their veins were formed. The snake was Midaruma, the monkeys were Higuchi, the crow was Nosato, and the spider was Umetsu. However, it didn't end there. The Utami-sama joined the Yomibito side and became a sinister creature that wanted to bring harm to humans. The Saranaka Rapids were Yomibito territory, and the Utami-sama appeared from there whenever the evening mist came. The Utami-sama would then kill an inhabitant, take their form, and act like them. But at night they would show their true selves and brutalize the real inhabitants. That was why the people of Yasumizu who lived next to the Saranaka Rapids had to stop them. For that, Great Lord Shinai created an event called the Feast of the Yomi Purge. Despite the name, it was no banquet, but a ritual to kill the wolf. These drawings are pretty cool. In the feast, the villagers were allowed to kill 1 person a day. You had to basically kill your own people, something that was taboo for ages. But it was permitted here in order to rid the group of the wolf. Some humans were given the powers of the guardian, snake, monkey, crow, and spider. It was like a banquet of betrayal. They all drank some sake and chose someone to kill. You know what I just thought of? It would be horrible if the monkeys were the little girl and the old man, just because they can't fucking communicate that. Maybe the old man can, but the girl is not going to. That'd be like the worst monkeys to get. It was a lot to unpack, but I got the gist of it. Basically, the humans betrayed their Kami-sama, one of their guardian divinities, and were still paying the price. But there were some points I didn't really get.
ちえみちゃんにだけ言うけど、僕はどうもその狼様ってのを見たかもしれない。
嘘、どこで？
トイレのドアの隙間から見えたようなって感じなんだけど。
I couldn't tell her that I had a realistic dream where I was killed.
人間の体に狼の頭。
Was it human? It was human shape, but it still looked wolf, like werewolfy.
嘘。
それはこいつマジで目撃してるって意味でいい
Should probably mention it has 3 eyes.
新内さんのお祭りでも狼様は人種の楼面で描かれるし、上富士吉に祀られてる像もそうだし。
ちなみに僕はその前後に女性の悲鳴を聞いている。
Yeah.
だから僕はあいつが間宮さんを殺したのだと思った。それはいわゆる血祭りなのか？殺して入れ替わるの話だったら彼女の死体が出るわけはないし。
Well, it doesn't replace. It replaces once, and then I think it just kills normally, right?
ごめん、説明し忘れた。新内さんの掟は厳しいから、逆らうと様々な罰が与えられるそうで。
さっき言ってたやつのことかな？
つまりその宴の支度としてお風呂に入って一人で鍵かけて閉じこもって寝るというのに触れちゃったから。
So you're saying they weren't chosen to be killed? They were like automatically targeted?
だから汚れで死んじゃったということだと思うわけ。
Or they didn't die to the wolves? But then it wouldn't. So do the wolves switch bodies every time they kill? Because that would be fucked up. If that's the case, then you wouldn't even know who died that night. And someone... Ooh. Like, what if the snake clears Nobito, and then the wolf kills him and becomes Nobito? I don't know the order. There's like a lot of variables, huh? I couldn't see how you could get such mutilated corpse from something called the corruption, but there was something more important.
ということはあの夜、君はその掟の存在も知らせずに、僕を便所マン化し、挙句に死なせる気満々だったんだな。
違うよ。あのね、正直よそ者はどうやっても助からないって思ったんだ。
Just a last ditch effort.
だけどせめてもしかしたら生き残れるかもしれない方法を伝えたくて、見殺しは嫌だったから。
そしてなんと本当に生き残ったと。
うん、春明さんには悪いけど相当意外だった。
残念だったね。ブッシュブッシュ殺されな。
Splashed. It's such a weird word. It's splashed on.
私は春明さんが死ななくて本当に良かったと思ってる。
I wasn't sure how to feel about this, but hey, at least she tried, right?
ふむ。じゃああの悲鳴は結局間宮さんの断末魔なのか？それとも狼にやられた別の誰か？
Yeah, so if they died by corruption, maybe the two wolves killed two real people and took their bodies then.
それはちょっと。
Doesn't really change things, but
例えばぶっちゃけて
I'm surprised they didn't ask about alibis.
君はすでに狼だって話も考えられるのか？
The only thing I can think of is, in this ritual, like, do you have to be locked up together? Because if you can be locked up together, that changes things, right? For the first night. But if you're locked alone, then I guess it doesn't really matter about alibis. Like real mafia.
まあ話の上はもちろん私は自分が狼じゃないって知ってるし、そう言うけど。
Well, everyone's gonna say that.
みんなそう言いますよと。
Yeah. Dude, Haru has to go to the fucking meetings. He'd be really good there.
その通りだけどね。
Now this was a predicament.
質問その1。
はい、どうぞ。
狼様が2人いるってことの根拠はあのマークだけなの？
Probably yes. I recalled the strange symbols on the large rock, the two warped diamonds with spirals inside.
読みから戻った狼様の印だから、あれが2つあるってことは2人だってことだと思う。
What if there's one and then the guy just drew another one and pretend there's two? But that would be, I don't know if you can do that. That feels like cheating.
憶測なわけだね。
I'm
gonna believe there are two though. For now.
多分そうだよ。山祭りっていうのがあって、毎年お守りの仮装行列みたいなのが出るんだけど。
It's good to have like the doubt, but I'm gonna also agree with her and for now mainly believe that there's just two.
狼様の役が何人出るか似たような方法で発表されるから。
そもそも狼様は複数人いるのが普通なのか？
うん。一応、神内様の社には3人の狼様の像が飾ってある。お祭りに何人の狼様が出るかは占いか何かで身車が決めてるみたいだけど、決まったら夜の間にサインを出すんだ。
Where's the Midoruma people at though?
ああやって岩に何か書くのか？
置き場、ああいう岩は上富士吉にないから。そうじゃなく、社の境内の地面に描かれるらしいよ。
Okay.
らしい。
Never seen it.
安水のものはお守りのご来訪を安水で待つ習わしだから見たことないんだ。
とにかくその時にあのマークが1個書かれてたら行列には1人だけ狼様の役がいると。
厳密には違うかな。上富士吉の狼様のサインはもっとちゃんとした綺麗なひし形だし、あのひし形にぐるぐるってなったのは地獄から復活した狼様のサインで、その話って安水にしかないし。
Because only Yasumizu killed the wolves, so the wolves are probably kind of chilling in Kami Fujiyoshi.
なるほど。でもどっちにしろ そこで示された数の分だけ
Do
狼
they
様
need
が
to?
行列に加わると。
そうそう。
Okay.
お祭りだと3人いたらめでたいらしい。
Okay, okay. Chimmy herself didn't look the least bit happy to talk about it. It's important to know, I guess. That's the way to fully confirm how many wolves there are, is to actually go there and check the shrine grounds, but like, I don't know if we can do that. I mean, if we're not part of the game, we might as well do some outside investigating, right? Anyway, all I had to take from this was there was at most 3 Okami-sama wolves. At most, okay. That fits my perception of the situation. The wolves were a group of 3 werewolves. I wasn't too well versed in myths and folklore, but I certainly hadn't heard of any Japanese myth about werewolves or wolfmen. I did hear of Jinmenken and of the possession by font spirits, but werewolves did seem like a very European thing. True. On the other hand, the fact that there were 3 of them seemed pretty standard. I guessed it had something to do with the presentation, trinities, and all of that. Though the idea of 3 werewolves did seem a bit excessive in terms of content. Anyway, I now had a better grasp of the situation. That made it easier to understand what was going on here.
じゃあ他の守護獣の加護を受ける人は何人いる？
猿だけ2人で、他は1人だよ。神内神社の像もその数だし。
Yep, we know
そう
that.
か。じゃあお守りが5人に狼が2人。他は狼が複数いるのは参ったな。
Yeah.
手強いって意味で？
2 kills per night is rough.
それもあるけど、1日に1人しか殺せないんだろう。複数いれば、それだけ全滅までに時間がかかることになる。
Means that definitely some people, some non-wolves are gonna die just from killing, because the spider can only protect 1 if each dead a kill.
ああ、そうか。狼が1人しかいなかったら、カラスもいるはずないのか。
That's fair too. Yeah. Yeah. I
どう
was
して？
gonna say, like, will there be some sort of announcement if you kill all the wolves? But I guess the mist would just go away, which means that's confirmation you cleared all the wolves anyways.
カラスの能力は、死体が狼か人間かを判別するってものだよね。つまり、狼が死んでも変身が解けて、正体を晒したりはしない。だからカラスの能力は有用になる。彼がいなければ鑑定はできないってわけ。
それはそうかも。だけど、それと狼の数の関係は？
もし狼が1人しかいないとします。
Chiemi.
狼が殺されました。
The mist goes away.
ちえみさん思考停止中。
答えは何も起きない。正確には
Or that. No kills anymore.
ゲームクリア。人類の勝利ってわけだ。
I feel like the mist goes away though. It's easier to confirm. Like, what if the spider's just going crazy and just blocking every kill after killing a wolf? Or just if they only got 1 kill? That'd be cracked.
そういうことか。つまり、狼が1人だけなら、殺人の有無イコール狼
But that makes sense. If we're being realistic.
カラスの加護がいらないんだ。
Yeah.
ご明察。
春明さん鋭い。
It's elementary, my dear chap.
いや、気づいても何にもならないポイントだし。
にしても、この状況でよく頭が回るよ。やっぱただの学生じゃなくない？
He's a logic gamer.
じゃあなんだって言うんだい？
探偵とか。
いい
Fair
ね。
enough.
田舎の難事件を解決しに来た名探偵ってわけだ。横溝正史の世界だね。
普段は浮気調査と債務調査が仕事。
急にリアルになったな。ともかく他にも聞きたいことはある。狼は1日に何人まで殺せる？
That's very
今日の
important.
晩には全員皆殺しとかだったら話にならないんだ
It's
けど。
either 1 kill per night or 1 kill per wolf. Obviously 1 kill per night, like Mafia, would make it a lot more fair. But if they get 1 kill per wolf, it really crunches the time. That means you have to like get a hit real fast, otherwise it's just on a spiral.
それもないでしょ。さっきの話だけど、蛇とかは誰を調べるか今夜山に聞くそうだし。
そうだろうね。雲だって一人守って自分含む他が全滅ならば、やはり役に立たないカゴだ。
It's 1 or 2 basically.
いや、最初に疑問だったのがね、間宮さんと橋本さん2人死んでるのは血祭りの結果なのかどうかさ。2人殺せるのでも相当にやばい。しかし、
1 is a lot more manageable.
あるいは、まあ、そうなると別の疑問も出るけど、人知を超えた化け物が複数いて、なぜに殺す数について自重してるのか。
Oh, they're God's rules, right? There's probably some punishment if they don't follow it.
不思議かな。
It's a supernatural game, so even the supernatural has to follow the supernatural rules.
だってそうでしょ。3匹とかいたら1人分の肉をシェアするなんてお腹すくんじゃない？
Didn't mean to do that.
狼は多分人間を食べるって目的で襲ってるんじゃないよ。
Yeah.
ふむ。単純に復讐で惨殺してるって。
Just part of the game.
それもよくわからないけど、別に狼はそうしたいからそうしてるんじゃなくて、狼もまた何かの掟みたいなものに従ってるんじゃないかなって気がする。
That's what bothered me so much. The Feast of the Yomi Perch had rules, and breaking them would mean being taken by the corruption, some sort of supernatural punishment from Shinai-san. If this was really just divine retribution, surely he would want the Yomibito done away with immediately. However, instead, the humans retained the aid of their guardians, and only 1 kill was permitted each day. Even the wolves couldn't break that rule. Were the laws of the mountain equally binding to both man and wolf? In Christian theology, both humans and Satan were God's creations, equal before him and all acting based on the master plan. Was the god of the mountain similarly inclined? A legend of the slain wolves and their revenge. Was it really that simple, or was there something else going on? It was quite scary, and I wanted to know all about it.
少なくとも狼が何人殺すかは
That is so important,
確認した方がいいかも。
actually.
そうだね。というか、本当に今夜また誰かが殺されるのかな。
Depends on the kills, honestly. If it's 2 kills, 1 person's guaranteed gonna die. If it's 1, then unless the wolves are dumb and... well, if it's 1 kill, then it just depends on the spider, right?
もう2人も死んでるじゃん。実際は顔を盗まれた誰かも死んでるかもしれないけど。
I assume they are.
まずい。死体片付けるならできるだけ調べておかないと。複数人の死体が混じってないかとか。
They are a pile of flesh. What if there was other bodies mixed in?
それ、朝一で肝臓じいちゃんが調べた。
Okay.
骨も内臓も2人分しかないって。
本当？彼はプロなの？
I guess you just know.
漁師だから。
Yeah.
動物バラすの
As a hunter. Like if you find 2 stomachs, then obviously you're gonna be like, wait a minute.
関連して思い出した。ある意味もっと大事なことだ。どうしてここを逃げ出して警察を呼ぼうとしない？
That'd be breaking the rules and you just die from corruption?
はぐらかさず話してもらうよ。
I assume.
僕は今、自分が取れる最善の手段としてそうすべきだと思っているんだからね。
I was aware the people here were superstitious, but those superstitions are getting people killed. So why was not a single person objecting?
ここからは逃げられない。
どういう意味か。
ちょっと難しい。けど私たちは知ってるんだ。どうやったってここから逃げられない。この木知っているから、あえてそれをやりたくない。
それは体験または
I mean, I believe it. If werewolves exist, I believe they can't escape.
ごめん。はっきりは
That means we probably can't confirm the number of wolves in Kami Fujiyoshi then.
宴が始まれば誰も休
Have to do it before? That'd be interesting if that gives us a route. So it wasn't logic but blind conviction. Or perhaps she subconsciously gained the knowledge through some experience. Like you? Yeah, as if...
根拠はないが ここからは出られないと思うわけだ。
そうだね。多分みんなそう言うと思う。
ただの盲信である可能性は否定しない？
I don't. I think it's correct.
否定はできない。
山の神に無視されたらしい僕が一人で外に行ってみるよというのを提案した。
I mean, we don't have anything else to do if we don't have a say in this, so.
私は全力で止める。他の人がそれに賛成したとしたら、春明さんは死んでもいい。
It's fair. That's pretty scary.
心配してもらえてるってことかな。
Obviously.
安水で一番心配してますよ。
I believe that.
ありがとう。愛を感じるよ。
愛？
She's done all red on me now. This seems to be taking it pretty far for an act.
違います。良識ゆえです。
他の人が良識がないかのような。
Apparently not.
少なくともみんなよそ者に対しては見た目よりずっと冷たいと思った方がいいよ。私は半分よそ者みたいなものだからそれがわかるし、親近感
でツーリングにも同意したと？
いや、だってあれが根性の別れになるかもしれなかったし、それならせめて色良い返事をしとこうかなとか。
うわ、道場からの空手型かよ。じゃあこれ抜け出したら改めて誘うぞ。
どうしようかな。あ、
Yeah.
バイク壊れたから無理じゃん。
デートのためならローンで買い直すし。
デート？そうか、そうなるか。でも
It's alright. Quick
学
loan.
生でローンはまずいでしょ。あとどっちにしてもこれで OK したら死ぬ前振りみたいになるから出られてから考えよう。そうしよう。
Shit, first she was all over me and now she's playing hard to get. Well, the situation's changed. In normal circumstances, that would be kind of fun, but right now she was the only one I could rely on. The emotional support would have been nice.
話戻るけど、警察については別に今じゃなくても期待。
超常現象だから？
それもあるけど、上藤吉には
One
駐在さん
officer,
がいるだけ
one
だし、
guy.
安水で何が起きたって上藤吉は何もしてくれないから、ね。
Makes sense.
うすうす思ってたことがあるんだけど。
正解。
I hadn't even said anything yet.
そうです。安水ってのは要するに、藤吉村の中の村8部の集落なんです。
She really did guess what I was gonna say. Ostracism. In ancient times, villages often punished criminals and the like by ostracizing them. They were ignored and excluded from all social welfare aid. Basically, people were excluded from larger group and treated coldly. It was one step away from banishment. It wasn't just emotional torment either. Back in those days, not getting the help of other people was a matter of life and death, making this quite a harsh punishment.
何かやった人なの？みんな。
そういうわけじゃない人も多い。牧島さんちや山脇さんちや室さんちは大昔から安水のものだし、内緒にしてくれる？
もちろん。
織部香織さんはもともと樋口家によそから嫁いできたけど、旦那さんがちょっとヘマをして亡くなって。
Okay.
それでまだ小さかった安くん連れてこっちに移り住まされたって聞いてる。
Sure. So they're outsiders that just joined in. Well, that was an unpleasant story. I had heard ostracism still survived even in this day and age. Some rural groups would brazenly cut off your gas or water supply if you didn't fit in. That's fucked up. Then again, neighbors in cities had their own communication problems. Basically, humans really haven't changed much over the years. Behavior-wise, I guess. Still, ostracism because of family troubles in this day and age seems so weird, ugly, and behind the times.
モッチーなんて野里家の元嫡男だからね。お坊ちゃまなんだよ、実は。
Wait, Mochi's a guy? He just likes dresses. Based, I guess.
そうなの？
So he has a higher position, or had a higher position than Nosato? Like the other one?
清之助さんとはおじとおいの関係。
Ah. So either one could be the crow, if we're doing it by blood. They were nothing alike.
ただ、モッチーちょっと変なので、養子に出されてそのまま休み
Little odd dude. Oh yeah, Kiyonosuke, she had said something like that. Sheesh, what century did they think it was?
君は？
大 ちょっと悪さが過ぎまして。
昔は荒れてたとか？
まあそういうのダメ？
むしろタイプ。
Ooh.
攻めるね、お兄さん。
With her pulling hidden runs, I really had no choice. Alright, I think we're gonna end here. Definitely went a little overtime. But yeah, good explanation, good first feast. Very excited to continue, and we'll see. I think next night's gonna be a disaster if Nosato dies. Because then it's just a waste of a confirmation. And I'm definitely suspicious of Yasunaga, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time later.